Assalamualaikum to everyone. My name is Mohammed Assam Siddiqui. I'm currently working as assistant professor in food engineering department. Today, I really appreciate the presence of distinguished speaker and definitely the student, the industrial personnel. On the other hand, I also want to congratulate the organizing committee of this event, especially Dr. Shahana and her team for organizing such a wonderful event uh, and make it successful. So today I will talk about the natural preservatives and clean label food safety solution. As an engineer, I will consider try to cover up the recent challenges the food industry is facing right now because of the increased strictness in the regulation and ultimately uh, the consumer awareness point of view as well, why consumer are not accepting synthetic preservation anymore and they are demanding the organic product. So food preservation is fundamental to the food safety. Everybody knows about it because it's limit the spoilage and prevent the growth of the pathogenic during the storage or distribution or till it's packed up and provide to the consumer, and then the consumer easily utilizes. Traditionally, the industry has relied on synthetic preservative right now and present here because they are effective, economical, and ultimately they are predictable as well. But on the other hand, consumer nowadays expectation has have entirely changed and changing with the passage of time. If I want wrong, people increasingly read ingredient list and prefer short and familiar name. So, which has created a strong clean label shifts. The challenge is that consumer want fewer synthetic additives, but they still expect safe, fresh, and long shelf life food, which is available right now in the industry with synthetic preservatives. So this matter now become demanding for minimal process and ready to eat food is growing. At the same time, the food system is under the pressure of uh, reduce wi- uh, reduce waste while maintaining safety across longer supply chain. But with the recent research work, uh, so I must say that fortunately, such as combining multiple mild hurdles, improvement delivery through encapsulation, and using active packaging. Um, so it can be possible that we can supply or we can make the product with a natural preservative and that provide a standby product and so that the consumer can easily utilize it in place of the product right now available with the synthetic preservative material or preservation chemicals. Well, food preservation is very critical and it's definitely cannot be vanished uh, because the food is highly perishable food, biological material and microbial growth not only led to spoilage such as off odor, texture change, or decoloration, but also poses serious food safety risk through foodborne pathogens. From an economic point of view, microbial spoilage result a substantial loss due to the product rejection, shortened shelf life, recall, and international market point of view, the export rejections issues can be faced by the local industry of Pakistan, and they are facing right now. These losses occurs at a very every stage of the process plant to retail, household, making spoilage both a safety and a sustainable issue. So preservation plays a central role in controlling microbial growth, um, slowing biochemical reactions, and maintaining uh, product quality throughout storage and distribution. Without effective preservation strategy, now modern food industry or food system, um, especially those supplying ready to eat and convenience food, would not be they could not do business anymore out there. Their survival will be a very questionable. So what are the limitations of conventional synthetic preservatives? So conventional synthetic preservatives have played a crucial role in the modern food system by effectively controlling microbial growth and delaying spoilage. For a technical standpoint, they are reliable, economical, and easy to standardize. There's no doubt about it, which is why they remains widely used in the food processing. However, consumer perceptions has shifted significantly recent year if we talk, and it is changing with the passage of time. Many consumers associate chemicals sounding ingredients name and with potential health risk, and definitely there is proven safety issues as well is found uh, in the recent year as well. So the regulatory and safety issues are getting strict by the regulatory bodies because of these incident that took place in the recent years. This perception, rather than toxicological evidence alone, has become a powerful driven of purchasing behavior. At the same time, regulatory pressure, the market expectation, particularly in export oriented food sectors of Pakistan, increasingly favor product with clean labels and transparent ingredient lists. So that list should be very transparent and easily be understandable by the consumer is very important now in the international market or in the global market. So as a result, the industry is now facing a clear challenge that how to maintain food safety and the shelf life while meeting consumer and regulatory expectations. So now, first of all, we should be very clear about what the term clean label means and what exactly it's why it's near to the solution of the current industrial challenge. The term clean label does not have a single regulatory definition right now, but it generally refers to the food formulation with ingredients that are simple, familiar, and easy to understand by the consumer. This is the primary definition that whatever portion of the globe your consumer is available, so its ingredient should be easily understood by that population. Clean label products are often perceived as minimally processed and transparent in terms of ingredient declaration, which helps build consumer trust. Because today's market demand is, yeah, I mean the today's consumer demand is not only the extended shelf life they are looking for a nutritious food. Their demand is that your process should be the food should be minimally processed, and the process should be transparent, that whatever the preservatives, whatever the additives are utilized by the industry should be in represented in the ingredient list, and their names should not be in the codes. Their names should be understandable by the consumer. It's now very challenging and very important. However, an important misconception must be addressed about the clean label uh, term mean. That clean label does not mean preservation free, or you can say the additive or preservative free product. Nor does it means compromising food safety as well. So preservatives are still essential to control microbial growth and ensure shelf life. Instead of uh, clean label preservative focus on the use of naturally driven ingredients, they are supported by scientific evidence applied at safe and effective level and compliant with regulatory standard. So let's see a little bit about the classification of preservatives. So to understand clean label safety solution is important to understand its classification, natural preservative classification. Broadly, these systems can be grouped into plant-based compound, microbial driven preservatives, and naturally occurring biological system. So plant-based compound include essential oil phenolic substance driven from herbs, or on the other hand, microbial driven preservative mainly include bactericin, which are naturally produced antimicrobial peptides. Finally, the last one, naturally occurring organic acid or bioprotective culture, also can be utilized, uh, especially in fermented food. So I will not go in the detail of that or about the microbiology of how they are working, but broadly we need to understand and they're working for respective product, that why which type of class is more favorable for certain product, and how they work actually. So there are fundamentally four method or way over which the natural preservatives work. One is the cell membrane disruptor, enzyme inhibition, pH reduction, peptidative exclusion. So every process, for every process you have to optimize it. You have to select it. On the basis of that, you can control the pathogen uh, with utilization of respective natural preservative material. On the on utilization of that, we can utilize these natural preservative on different food industry. Uh, Either it can be utilized in the meat, bakery, beverage, food product, and definitely the dairy process, cheese, yogurt, and processed meat, and organic acid for pH control. So that can also be utilized for fermented food or these type of industries. It's all together about the optimization and work hard. But majorly, I want to highlight here that what is the smart way through which we can utilize the natural preservative. Because again, if we just replace the synthetic preservative material and with a natural preservative material, so the same thing will be the consumer will definitely not gain trust, because now the second challenge of today's food industry is the consumer also demand that the food should be minimal processed. So the natural preservative can be utilized um with minimal food processing will be more effective and provide you a good handy result. But as we know that there are thermal process also available right now, and um, one common strategy is combining natural preservative with mild heat treatment. That mild heat treatment weaken microorganism, allowing natural compound to work more effectively without the need of high dose. Another important approach is to combining of natural preservative with packaging, which is very effective, I think. Active or barrier packaging that limit oxygen and moisture, supporting the action of the natural antimicrobial and antioxidant. Natural preservatives are also increasingly used alongside with non-thermal processing technique like high pressure ultrasound treatment, cold plasma, pulse electric field, and the best part of that is that best part of these technologies is they will provide more nutritious food as compared to the thermal process. But certainly, we have uh, certain challenges and constraint for natural preservatives as well. So, fundamentally, they are flavor and aroma impact, variability and standardization, high cost sourcing, stability during the processing. Although high cost sourcing is right now we are facing because the limited research work has been done, and it can be convertible into a cheaper source, but for that a handy work is right now required. While natural preservative offer clear advantage of clean label food safety, it is important to acknowledge their challenge. And one major challenge is flavor impact. Many plant-based compounds, especially essential oils, have a strong aromas and taste. At high concentration, these can affect product acceptability, which is why those optimization and synergistic approach are very critical. And other issue is variability. Okay, unlike synthetic preservative, natural extract can vary in composition depending on plant source, harvest condition, and extraction method which is utilized for making that preservative material. Okay, this variability can lead to inconsistent antimicrobial performance. Okay, if not properly standardized. So plenty of work in that area need to be done by the scientists or researchers to optimize it. Because as I has told you that the work is right now has been limited, so plenty of work has to be done that reduce it, and ultimately we have a very good natural preservative material available for respective products. Now, if we are discussing uh, clean label and natural preservative, so like regulatory safety is extremely important. A common misconception in that natural ingredient can be used freely, but in reality, natural dose natural does not means unlimited or risk free. Okay, this is where the gross concept become important. So gross is a stand for generally recognized as safe. Many natural preservatives are classified as gross, meaning their safety has been established through scientists studies and long-term history of safe use in food. However, its status is still required appropriate dose control and important proper application. Natural preservative must comply with the same food safety regulation as synthetic preservatives are considered right now. Their dosage should be as critically optimized for better food safety uh, for the throughout the process or for the product. So labeling also play a crucial role. Ingredients must be declared clearly, okay, with the consumer, and the clean label claims must be truthful. It's again very important and supported by the evidence. For an industrial perspective, meeting these regulatory requirements are essential for export market, uh, where compliance directly affect market access and brand credibility. The future of the clean label preservation is focused on overcoming current limitation while improving safety, quality, and sustainability. Encapsulation technologies are gaining significant attention, in fact, because they allow natural preservative to be delivered in a controlled manner. So, which in the previous era we cannot see it, but right now it's possible. This reduce flavor impact, protects sensitivity of the compound during processing, or improve overall effectiveness. A smart and active packaging is another important trend which we can see in the dentistry, that the respective um, equipments are packed in a smart packaging, which indicate whether within the packed material is uh, available or okay for the utilization or not. So these type of packaging will be very effective for gaining the customer or consumer trust. This system do more than contain food. They interact with the food environment by controlling oxygen and or moisture, and in some cases indicating freshness or spoilage to both producer and consumer. Because an industry has to follow the shelf life or the condition of a food from raw material production, then distribution, sorry, packaging, then packaging to distribution, then till the shop, and from shop to the consumer. So it's a long food system or supply chain system, and it's good for the consumer as well, but ultimately it's good for the food industry as well. On the other hand, artificial intelligence is increasingly being used to predict shelf life and play a very important role in maintaining a quality food supply system. Finally, I will want to end up my presentation that sustainable source is becoming central to uh, clean label strategies, and natural preservative derived from agricultural byproduct or renewable source not only support sustainable goals but also improve consumer acceptance as well. Together, these trend points towards a more integrated, intelligent, and sustainable future for clean label food system. So that's all from myself. If you have any question related to all this, I will be welcoming you to answer um, you all the questions.